A really effective way to grow your business is figuring out what is your appointment setting rate, like what percentage of leads come in gets set for consultations, and how do you increase that by 10%? How do we get 10% more leads to come in for consultations? And when you're getting 100 leads in a month, right, just using simple numbers, that's an extra 10 consultations. If you're closing at 70%, which they are, that's 7 sales. On
Mhm.
average, they're selling $3 to $4,000 programs. They just added, if it's $3,000 per program, 21 grand a month to their business. And so
Yeah.
like these are the not fun things to pay attention to. And it's like, again, it's groundhog day every single day. Like answer the phone, handle objections, set consultation. But if you do that stuff right, that is going to be the thing that's going to have the immediate impact in the next 30 days and actually growing your business. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, like you really just have to do the same things like over and over and over and over. But then at the same time, the moment that it doesn't work because of like, I don't know, change in the economy or, a new like big dog training business just moved in like right down the street or like literally anything that can change business or change, people wanting to buy right away from you. Anytime there's anything off in that, then people are like, this isn't working anymore. I need to get like better leads. Or they're like, understandably thinking like the whole system is broken when in reality, like things are changing all of the time. And so, granted, you've been doing the same things over and over again. Sometimes you just need to make small tweaks. But then we were talking about like growing businesses and stuff like that. Like, I've had conversations like that too with clients where they want to kind of like bounce ideas back and forth of like what they can do next to get to like the next stage in their business and grow and stuff like that. And in a lot of cases, it's really nothing. Like there's no like next big step. It's just what can we do first to really hone in your processes right now? Because you might be, maybe you are doing good with sales, maybe you are, booking yourself out or whatever, but then kind of taking a look back and again, like you mentioned, comparing like your appointment setting rate and your conversion rate with closing people and stuff like that. Like sometimes there might be a big gap in there that we can close in on, and you might not have to make any like huge jumps to grow your business. It could just be a matter of like getting more consultations on your schedule. And then with more consultations, you're making more sales. And then as you're making more sales, you're getting further booked out, or maybe you're getting more dogs. And then you just need to get to the point of like making a hire. And so, like, I totally understand like people wanting to grow and bring in more revenue and all that kind of stuff. But sometimes it doesn't have to be like, again, this big jump to like the next big thing. It's just like little things you can do now with what you're getting in right now to grow your revenue.
Yeah. I would say just to list off things that I notice with people that I think is the most beneficial in their business is focus on tracking your metrics and understanding first and foremost, how many leads do I actually get in a month? You know, sometimes I talk to people and they're like, I get like 5 calls a day. And I'm like, you do not get 5 calls a day, you know? But every once in a while, you have a day where you have 3 calls that come in and it feels like really busy day to you, or you have a busy week where it's like you had a day where you had 3 leads come in. The next day there was one, then there was a day of two, and then it was a day of three. You just feel really busy. But I've had people say that to me, like we used to get, 5 leads every single day. And then we would literally go look at it together and like they'd have from a previous agency or even with us. And, we look back on what it was like at that time last year. We look at it and it's like, no, you were just getting this many leads. And so on the other side of the coin too, there's some people who think they get no leads. This is actually more common. They think they get no leads or not enough
Mhm.
leads. And it's like, you actually got, 15 calls and like 3 lead forms this week. So, what's going on there? And so
Yeah.
really understanding like how many leads do you get in a week?